Hello guys, Katie and Soren here, and this is a video for the Gobos who were not able to make it to the Gobo meeting. We're going to be giving you a lot of information here. First, I just want to tell you this is one of the most fun jobs there is. We love the Gobos. They're a huge part of the community. It is a really challenging job, and the reason we want the parents to watch the video too is because it's a huge commitment, and the kids will, your kids will just learn a tremendous amount, but it's just a huge responsibility. It's a directing and a teaching position. And a leadership position. And we've asked only the people we think who are ready for it. And just so you know, not everybody is up to being a Gobo. It's a really hard, fun job that requires just a ton of commitment. And it really requires some commitment from the family too, because these kids are gonna be tired. And they're going to need to get a lot of support at home during the summer. That said, it's just incredibly fun. We don't know of any other jobs where they get this kind of responsibility and this kind of training for the rest of their lives. It's obviously a great resume builder, but more than that, just an amazing community to be a part of, and the Gobos are beloved. They're just one of the most favorite parts of camp for the kids and for us as well, the staff. This year we will have about 18 Gobos. Most years we have about 18 Gobos per session, so that's about 36 Gobos we're going to be training, and there's somewhere around between 10 and 12 staff. The Gobos will never be alone with campers. They'll always be supervised, but they will be teaching little bits here and there by themselves. They'll take over a workshop and they'll work with their staff on that, and they will be directing entirely by themselves in a big area with staff nearby for help, but they'll be directing scenes. Soren's going to tell you a little bit more about how the day works and what the jobs of the Gobos are. So that's just a quick overview, and I will come back and tell you more details.
Hi everybody, Soren here to tell you a little about how the camp day runs. First of all, let me mention Katie and I are the co-directors of Camp Equinox, and Katie is the person to contact. She'll give you her phone number later. She's the person to contact about anything about applying to be a Gobo or preparation to be a Gobo. And then once camp starts, I'm the one who generally handles the programming and who's teaching what classes and all that sort of stuff. So I'm the person to contact from the time camp starts on. So, a day at camp. Now, people who've been campers will pretty much have a sense of most of what the Gobos do, but I want to quickly go through everything so that there aren't any surprises. And parents, I want you to know what your kids will be doing all day. We all get there at 8 o'clock in the morning and have a quick meeting of all the staff and all the Gobos to make sure that the day's planned out and everyone knows what they're doing through the day. And then the campers get there at 8:30. And from 8:30 until roughly 9 o'clock, we have a morning meeting with the whole camp together, at which the Gobos generally play a really important part. We sing, camp songs and do skits and all that kind of stuff, and just kind of silly morning getting the camp together type stuff. And very often the Gobos will be central to that. Like if we're having whatever issue the camp is dealing with at the moment, like having a problem with the kids doing recycling, say, then we'll ask one of the Gobos to make up a superhero that's, recycling man or something like that. And so they end up playing a big role in that. And then most mornings, I'll give you just a typical day, most mornings are 3 workshops. About 45 minutes each, and those workshops are, within the course of the month, they are in everything we can think of that has to do with theater, from acting and a whole lot of comedy improv to musical stuff to hip-hop dance to Shakespeare and mime and mask making and puppetry and you name it. And the Gobos will be co-teaching through the day for those workshops. The Gobos get partnered with a staff person, and that staff person will be their staff person for the entire 4 weeks of camp. There's a little trading around that happens now and then on special days, but for the most part, they will be partnered with a staff person. Often it's 2 Gobos or sometimes 3 Gobos per staff, and so they will teach with their staff person, whatever that staff person is teaching that day. So a typical day might be that person signs up with the 3 workshops. That person signs up for 2 comedy improv workshops, say, and their Gobos will help them teach that. And our goal is to really have the Gobos learn to be teachers, learn to be directors, and so that's what we try to achieve in having them co-teach these workshops. So, for instance, if I was doing like 2 mime workshops within the course of the day, I might have some of the students lead, some of the Gobos lead, like the warm-ups for the first workshop, but ask them to carefully watch some other part of it that I'm teaching. And then the second time around, I'll have them lead that part also. So that within the course of the month, they're getting more and more comfortable and learning more and more about teaching. And then often by the end of the month, I'll have Gobos actually lead entire workshops themselves.